Start பண்ணலாம் sir. Can I start, sir?
One second. Okay, ma.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of R.M.D. Engineering College, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome Purushothaman, Director of Engineering, London, UK, an accomplished expert in the field who will guide us through the insightful session. Before we begin the talk, I request Dr. R. Kumar, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering,
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's session. We are delighted to have Mr. Praveen Kumar Purushothaman with us. Mr. Praveen Kumar is a Director of Engineering, UI bar UX, a Microsoft MVP, and a Guinness World Record holder. He is an expert in JavaScript, React, and full stack web engineering, and has worked with Fortune 50 companies across the globe. He earned his Guinness World Record through the Microsoft Windows 8 App Fest held on Bangalore in 2012, the world's largest app development marathon, where 2,567 developers coded continuously for 18 hours in a single location. The event set a global record, and Mr. Praveen was officially recognized by Guinness World Records for his contribution to the milestone. He has spoken at Google and Microsoft headquarters, global conferences such as Hofstad and CityJS, and at multiple universities across India and the UK. A major highlight in his professional journey was interviewing Douglas Crackford, the creator of JavaScript, a milestone that reflects his standing and recognition within the global JavaScript community. Today's session is especially valuable because it focuses on using AI as an accelerator for engineers, not as a replacement. You will learn how AI can be applied to real-world engineering tasks such as text understanding, JSON structuring, code transformation, and template-based web development. This is a great opportunity, so stay engaged and make the most of the next 1 hour. I will hand over the session to Mr. Praveen Kumar. Sir, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and gracious welcome. Let us all tune into this session with an open mind and eagerness to learn. Kumar Purushothaman, we are eagerly looking forward to your talk.
Thank you, both of you. And hi, Professor. It was so nice and amazing to meet you after a long time. So quick introduction. Hey, everyone. My name is Praveen. I'm originally from Chennai, India, currently living and working in London. The way I introduce to people is my wife is JavaScript, my girlfriend is React.js, and I'm a full stack developer, currently a director of engineering at one of the Fortune 50 companies. So, Vanakkam R.M.D. Good morning to everyone watching the stream. I hope the rules are still keeping the room quiet enough to hear me all the way from a very dark and a very cold London. So, it's 5:30 a.m. here, and while you're all thinking about the lunch at the mints, I'm here to show you how the World Wide Web has fundamentally changed the way we are while we are sleeping. So a few years ago, I sat in those benches. Today, I'm a director of engineering in London. The bridge between those 2 points isn't the hard work, but it is digital identity. So today, I'm going to show you how to take control of the AI and tools. We are not just coding today. We are orchestrating. We are going to build an industry-grade professional portfolio in less than 30 seconds. This could also come with, for those people who have been on top of all the fun Vadivelu videos, it's like Annanakoru Tapam strategy. So let's skip the boring slides and let's look at the vibe coding and vibe the code and what are we doing in 2026 now, the year of AI powered engineer. That is you. Yep. So let's go ahead and do something really cool. Let me share my screen right now. Okay, I think I need to request for the screen sharing. Yeah, we know about the technical glitches, right? So amazing, super. So let's quickly share the screen and okay, got it. I think I have the right ones here. Super cool. Okay, so at this point of time, let me pin this. I hope everyone should be able to see my screen at this point. Okay, super. So who's this guy? Keeps talking about a lot about Praveen, and like literally, this is my website, and my name is Praveen, and I'm actually one of the students in from R.M.D. Engineering College in 2006 to 2010. So that is a quick introduction about me in my website. So basically, it's all about branding. So who am I? I'm a web developer evangelist. I'm a full stack developer. I'm a front end engineer. I'm a cloud computing enthusiast because I came here to the UK to pursue my master's after working for 3 years in India after R.M.D. Engineering College. And now I'm a director of engineering for one of the Fortune 50 companies. So apart from all these things, yes, I do have my own YouTube channel and I write a lot. I mean, I do a lot of videos and other things which are sometimes local, sometimes so whenever I get an idea about like, okay, this is a cool idea, I should share it with everyone, I create a small video. Tamillayum nariya videos irukku. So this is just a quick thing about me. And coming back to what I was looking at, so a portfolio is very, very important for everyone in this digital age. So who are you? So it is defined by the portfolio. And moreover, right now a lot of companies, they won't ask you for a resume, but they will mostly ask you what's your URL, like basically what is your portfolio. So I've got like a small introduction about me, then this is my profile and skills, and here's my experience. And when it comes to education, obviously I just copied everything from my university website. But the fun part is it's not about that, it's about building your own portfolio. For example, I was in Chennai when during like 2010s, and then I created some kind of an app like this. And this was created like at least um, would it be 15 years ago? It's 2026. It would be at least 20 years ago when I created this, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. And when people see about what I have done in the recent times, they could see that how I have grown over the years. This is something that I wanted to say. Whenever you do something, try to share it and build it on public. This helps you build your credibility. Also, I learn a lot. Sorry about me being in the UK and you won't be able to see. I mean, I won't be able to see anything here. That's why the content not available in your region comes up. But whatever I learn something, I try to put it online. Like, let's say I learned something new. I would like write a blog on it. Let's say I fixed something new. I had been struggling something. So what was the issue? What is the expected output? And finally, what exactly I want to get to. So those kind of steps. So I would be writing it in a blog post. So why this matters? First thing, as a person who is a JavaScript developer, let's say I'm a JavaScript developer, right? So for me, my content is neat. Like whatever content that I write here, it is my knowledge, right? So that will be replicated or reciprocated in the international scale or like in the public scale. And another thing is, let's say karma. So there could be a lot of people who might be struggling with something like this. For example, I would say um, something related to, okay, let's say something related to the University of Leicester, where I went and pursued my master's in cloud computing. So there I struggled a lot initial times. It's normal, right? Like any student who goes to out of India or out of their hometown for the first time, there will be a lot of first world struggles. So in that way, how would you experience and navigate your struggles? That is something that I write. And other people who are in the same scenario, they might find it thankful. Okay, what is there in finding things thankful? What if you have another technical problem and then you solve everything in the best way possible and then you share it on a blog post? I am currently a director of engineering. I come across, let's say, Kumar sir's project, or let's say he's a student. So there is a small blog post which actually saved 3 days of my time. So that actually helps me by saving the 3 days of time. Not only that, I would call Sasikumar sir if there is a possibility to call him, and then say that, okay, your blog post helped me save more than 3 days of my time. So I would like to repay you. Either I can give you my 3 days of salary, which is huge in terms of Western countries. If you take US or UK, where I live in, £1 is like 125 rupees, right? So if I get like 1,000 pounds per day, it is almost like 1.25 lakhs per day. So if I say like, okay, I have got like 3 days of work sorted, then I would give you three lakhs rupees. Or maybe I would like to hire you or work with you at least for a while. So all these kind of amazing things might happen when you are sharing your work publicly. So this is what people talk behind my back, and here's somewhere however you want to keep in touch with me. All my details are available. I will be the most accessible person. So this is something that I wanted to say. Okay, so I keep saying about these things. So why are we here? So first thing is, how am I even connected to all of you? So basically, this is my quick journey. So I'm not sure if Professor Irkingla, do you remember this one? This was my first ever identity, I would say, from R.M.D. And it happened in 2010. I got immediately placed inside R.M.D. Engineering College as a project associate. And then from that time onwards, I got a super cool recognition in my college. Then I did travel to the UK to pursue my master's in cloud computing from University of Leicester. From there, this is Rathbone Square. This is the Facebook's headquarters. And then we had a cool hackathon that happened, and we won the hackathon. So this is something happened, and because of that, I wanted to share my experience everywhere. So Cloudflare is one of the biggest companies, and they called me for giving a talk and stuff like that. And this is at Microsoft. No introductions needed. I've been talking at Microsoft for almost 4, 5, 6 years now. And then again, it is followed by Google and different talks. I also represent our Tamil culture as well. So my t-shirt screams it all. And apart from these things, yes, I have been talking at different places. And this is one of the special talks. So I gave it to Google in front of at least 100 people. And that's something that I'm going to give it to you right now. So what did I do in the recent times? JS Monthly is one of the prime meetups happening by which is currently created by the team of CityJS conferences, and they are worldwide. So in case if you are interested in JavaScript and other things, meetups are one of the best ways to go and learn things, network with others. If you want a job, you can also get through them. So these are a couple of things. I'm sure that there are so many meetups that are happening in Chennai and all around the world as well. So check out meetup.com. And this is what we are doing in London. This is something that the reason why I put this in my achievement is, so based on whatever I have been talking these days and doing these days, I'm so passionate on JavaScript. People who are running this huge conference, they call me and give me this opportunity. And not just that, open source is a huge thing right now in the whole world. So Social Winter of Code is similar to Google Summer of Code, GSOC. I believe a lot of people might have heard of the open source programs and marathons, out of which Google Summer of Code is one of the huge thing. And it is almost like the IITs and NITs of our place. So Kandipa, it is not possible for everyone to get inside that. So why? That's the reason we go to different other colleges that are whatever we get. So something like that. So in order to facilitate this kind of an experience, that too working with all the big people, the industry people, we tried creating something like Social Winter of Code, where I'm one of the core members who actually created this whole leaderboard and certificate system. So what did I use for certificate system? I'm from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, right? I'm a Telugu guy, but still Tamil is what I have been going through everything. So I created this platform called as Sandru. Sandru, as you know, it's Sandridal, and it provides a free platform for any of the communities, open source communities, and it's going to be completely free. Almost so many things that we created and stuff like that. And now comes the biggest part. So what did I achieve by doing all these things? I got interviewed, like I got an opportunity to do a podcast with Douglas Crockford. He's the creator of JSON. Just to correct what Professor said. So he did not create JavaScript, but he created JSON. It is the one language that connects all the different entities, servers, front end and back end. Without that, there is no front end and back end communication, right? So in the previous days, we used to do XML and SOAP, simple object access protocol, etc. I don't even remember those things that existed back then. Now it's all JSON, JavaScript object notation, and it was created by Douglas Crockford, and I got a chance to meet him and do a cool interview. And can someone identify who this person is? He is Brendan Eich, the creator of JavaScript. Without him, there is no JavaScript. He created within 10 days this particular amazing tool. Now it powers all the backends of banks, whatever you see on the web, every single thing, anything that is interactive, it is created by him. So I was also showing them how my setup looks, etc. This was kind of like fun. Okay, fine, enough of me. What are we even doing now? So let's, why am I even showing all these things? The reason is, so it's been so many days I have been working passionately on JavaScript and doing a lot of cool things. This helped me be where I am right now. So that's one of the main reasons. And what are we going to do? What did I do in Google? I mean, what did I do in the Google's offices that day? So that actually, and one more thing is about portfolios. So how does it work for you all if we have just 30 seconds and live? I'm going to show you how to create a completely engineered, structured, strategically placed portfolio within 30 seconds and scale it to the extent. That's exactly is my talk today. So actually I could show something cool as well. Okay, before everything, what does Google think about me? Okay, if I share again and then show this one, I'm already signed in. So let's not use this opportunity. I'm going to share a private browsing screen. So if I type in google.com here, I'm pretty sure I'm not signed in. You can clearly see the sign in button is still here. And this is a fresh installation. If I just go to the AI mode here and then type in who is, Praveen Kumar Purushothaman, tell me everything about him. Something like this. If I give some kind of like a random text like this, it kind of like tells everything, whatever I have done so far. And if I say like, what's happening with him in the recent times, that is what did I do these days? Any talks in this week? So if I do this way, it definitely says about our talk. That's how the search engine optimization and other things are happening. There you go, Douglas Crockford. I think, see, this today's talk is happening like today. I'm not sure if Google can be that level updated, but even this is super cool, right? So it is able to see what all things that I have done. We can also try asking which college in India did he studied. I really wanted to see, it shows R.M.D. Engineering College. Please say, there you go, R.M.D. Engineering College. So it also knows that, see, there are a lot of things that Google knows which we don't remember. So if I say, if someone is asking me what all things that I have done, I would have definitely forgotten the 2006-2010 Best Programmer of the College Award, which was given by our college. So these are the things that Google does. But how does it do? Based on your public profile. The first thing that it looks is the LinkedIn. So if we go back to my, if I go to the LinkedIn page, so this is how my LinkedIn looks like. And I would like every one of you to get connected with me, because one main reason, your network is your net worth. And what I do every day is like, whatever I learn something new or come across that is related to my current technology, I keep posting it. So this is one way of making yourself keeping ahead of, like, you should be on the spotlight or something like that. So this is one of the things. But apart from these things, what you need to have is a portfolio. And when it comes to a web developer like me, it really asks the question. So how are you going to keep up with the request? For example, today I'm presenting this in front of a lot of students right now. So let's say there are 200 students watching me on this today. And then they say like, okay, Praveen, if you are able to get me a free website created, developed, and deployed, it would be amazing. I would love to do that. But as a single person, single developer, it is definitely hard, right? So there are like 200 different students, and I have to do all the websites within like few fraction of seconds. That is possible by leveraging the power of AI. That's exactly what we are going to do. So when it comes to AI, so why do we think that AI can do sometimes some things, but there are a lot of things that AI cannot do as well, right? So first thing, if you ask an AI or an agent, let's take ChatGPT or whichever you want to ask. So if you go there and ask for it to create a complete entire website, it would be the Annanakoru Uttapam parcel comedy. I'm not sure if you people are aware of this one. So there is this particular comedy from Vadivelu, Annanukku Oru Uttapam parcel. So this, if you had seen this particular scene or something like that, what happens is Vadivelu is a customer here who tells every single thing in the most precise way, like how the particular pancake or uttapam has to be made. But the agent, so basically how we can say here is, I'm just trying to find out where exactly is the annotation. I think annotation is disabled. Nice. Okay. Anyway, so this person is the, okay, or else I'll just open the preview and then quickly do it in this way. Okay, so we've got this particular funny thing. And here what I would say is the person who is asking for the uttapam, why is this happening like this? Okay. The person who is asking for the uttapam is the user. Okay. And then your chat GPT or anything is the server. So we will call it as LLMs. So if you are giving too much complex information for a text-based LLM, see, I do understand that there is Lovable and there is Cursor, Windsurf, what else, Google AI Studio. There are like so many things that are there. But at the same time, we need to also understand how much the AI can take it, right? So if you're going to give something extremely huge and extremely detailed, LLM might be able, it might hallucinate, which means it gives you some kind of an output, but we don't know what kind of an output it is. So that's a risk there outside. So instead of that, we can think of like what an LLM does best. Okay, so if we are going to do something like a text-based editing, for example, how many of you have heard of this particular website called Talk AI? So I'm just going to go for talkai.info. So this is an amazing website. It's going to verify and everything. Okay, so how many of you have seen a website like this? This is DeepSeek. This is DeepSeek, and you have got all the different models as well. So you can use ChatGPT 4.0, you can use Claude 3 Haiku, you can use Gemini 2.0 Flash, and also DeepSeek as well. So at this point of time, let me say I'll take DeepSeek at this point. And if I try typing, so this is one place where I can get everything. Like for example, all the different LLM models that are available, and it is for free without even logging in. That's the best part about it. But the one problem here is it is not context aware, which means if you want to send a message, it is going to be a fresh message. It will always consider every single message as a fresh message. For example, I want to create a web application like Facebook. Give me the full code. So if I do something like this, it says like, see, it's an extremely complex structure, and it also struggles and gives you something that might help you, but at the same time, it is not helpful, right? So it's giving you something very, 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 very basic. So this is one of the problems. And not just that, if you have a quick look at it, this is called vibe coding. So obviously a lot of people have got an idea of like what vibe coding is and how it works. And I believe this one you should be aware of. This is a vibe coding method, and you just give so many instructions to it, and then it just creates everything on the fly. You're not even touching a single line of code. But this is extremely dangerous, because let's say if we are just looking at this whole thing, it is using JWT, and also it might not be fully secure as well. It is just, sometimes it might also hallucinate and do a lot of crazy things. So considering all these things, even though vibe coding is going to help you, only use it when you know what you are doing. Okay, fine. So let's say we just asked this talk AI to create such a huge application, and then it gave you everything. Now, do you know why do you have this particular thing? What is this post.image? What is the content of this post? Randomly, if you go, what are the different routes are available? If these routes are there, where exactly your routes are stored? What exactly is this context? It says auth provider. And then what does this auth provider do? You are using Mongoose, but you don't want to use Mongoose because you have a MySQL. So there are like hundreds of different parameters that can go wrong. So this is one of the reasons why people like me will say, please don't use vibe coding, but understand what is happening in the thing and then do that. So this is one of the good, bad, and ugly. So good is that you are able to get the whole thing up and running within few seconds. The bad, you don't exactly understand what exactly is happening behind the scenes. The ugly, there might be some security loopholes that you might not even know, and it might cause you a complete backfire or something like that. So this is the state of LLMs or AI. But what if I say, let's say we will try finding a best best UI procedure. So for example, let's say I'm a web developer, right? So as a web developer, I have created a lot of applications, web applications, portfolios, etc. So as a person who has been working on websites for almost the entire life, how about I create something really professional? So this is going to turn into a workshop right now. So I want you all to take the laptops. Whoever is watching this, you will be getting the files. I'll try to make the files available through a QR code or something like that. I will need to think about security considerations as well. So, but still, let's try doing this. So I'm going to open up VS Code, Git, GitHub, Cloudflare. While going towards every single step, I'm going to explain everything as well. So that way you will also be able to follow what I'm trying to do. And then it should be pretty much interesting for anyone. Okay, cool. Ready for the coding? I think we have exactly half an hour more. So half an hour of theory and half an hour of coding should be a great balance, I believe. Just checking the times and other things. Okay, let's go ahead and let me share my full screen again. So here's my full screen. I am sure you are all able to see the screen. Right. Okay, so let's go back again. Wait, if I put this here, what happens? Okay, it is gonna always show it here. Fine. So I have a VS Code here on my left side. On the right side, I have my web browser. So I'm just gonna zoom everything in a bit so you would be able to see this. And I'm just looking at the YouTube live stream as well. I think it is pretty clear, but still I'll just make another one big thing. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up terminal in this particular thing. I'll send you this code and you all can use this. So if I try to use an NPX, okay, so what do I have here? Let's talk about what I did at Google. So there is this website. This is a person who is not existing at this point. So we just created something really cool. So this is a person's website. And if you want a portfolio like this, you can go and check out this particular stream, like we are doing it here. So this is what I have been practicing. I have been working on things and stuff like that. This is what I delivered in Google. So we will talk about that later. But in the meantime, here's what I'm going to do. So there is this website. Let me try to remove a few things, like we don't want this stuff and background. Okay, so there is a person, an imaginary person called Priyanka, and then we have got an about section, and we have a resume section, we have a portfolio section, and finally we have a blog section and a contact section. Okay, so at this point of time, we have got so many sections. Now, this is the same website I've got here, which you will be able to download later. So the folders are like this. You have an index.html, which will be generated. You have a lot of links here that can be generated. So, but other things like CSS, customizers, the fonts, images, etc. All these things are professionally developed by a developer like me. I did this for a while, but this is a professionally built website portfolio. Let's do one thing. I'm gonna quickly update this one. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna quickly run a web server here. So npx HTTP server is one of the basic servers that you can get it from Node. So I'm using Node.js because I'm a JavaScript person, and you can use any JavaScript based. It is going to compile using JavaScript. It's going to come. The whole website gets compiled and rendered using JavaScript. But you can use any kind of server for running it. For example, you can use npx here, or you can use Python to run the web server. So that is not a problem. So let's run the web server, and it is saying that I should be opening the port 8080. So if I try to open this one, so I get this particular person's port. It's almost the similar thing, right? So it's the same thing. So here we have someone called Ritesh Singh, and then this person is an open source contributor, UX UI designer, etc. So there is an about page, and we have a resume page, and all these things have been generated previously by this particular person, Ritesh Singh's portfolio. So now what I'm going to do is, there are 3 major files that are required here. Before that, I'm going to run npx nodemon and template. So this is this file that I created for this one. Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's close this. I think I need to install all these things. npm install. Oh, really? We do have package. Okay. There is something called as handlebars that is needed here. So npx nodemon template. So this is going to run the template. So what exactly it does, I'll tell you. So basically, based on this particular HBS, it is a handlebars file, and this is template.js file, and this is the template.json file. These are the 3 main files that are required. But what are all these files? So what is this handlebars basically? So if you take handlebars, it is a particular templating engine. How it works is, it does something really cool. So let's take a particular example. This is the main screen, and then here is a template. Okay, and then here is a registration of register helper, so we can get rid of that, and here's an input. Okay, so first thing is, we want some kind of a hello world program or something. Let's say we are going to write a letter to the professor or something like that. So we can say we will tell the name of the sir. Okay, name of professor. Okay, and then I would like to take leave for how many number of days. We can say like leave days. I'll be back on Monday. Or we can say I'll be back on when. And then finally, we can say yours obediently. I think that is what we use always. Your name. So here is a letter, here is the template, and then we want the input to be given. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the input. So professor input is supposed to be a JSON. So you have to put it everything inside the double quotes. So let's say, sir, unga pera use panikren. And then we have how many number of days. Okay. So num is going to be, I want to take 5 days of holidays. And then when am I going to be back on, let's say Monday. And then what is my name? So we can put name as. So it's a simple basic input. Now we will be changing this particular thing with a double dagger. Okay. So here if I put professor, this becomes dear Dr. Sachiv Kumar. And then I want to take num days as leave. I want to take leave for 5 days. I'll be back. And you can see it is extremely fast as well. And then finally, yours obediently, me only. So you can easily see that it kind of like takes everything. And not just that, it is actually a programming language, you can say. So you can have if then else conditions and stuff like that. So in this particular HBS, I could easily find some if then condition. Then there is this each, which means it is one of the for loops, something like a loop. And then we also have if functions as well. So if it is a first, we have some special characters as well. At first means if it is the first one or something like that. And there are like so many things that you can also use. So given like this, you can actually do anything. For example, let's say if we are going to change the name of the person, we had another person, I totally forgot. Okay, let me put a random name. I totally forgot whoever is there with us. Okay, dear R.M.D. professor. So you can clearly see that how this whole thing is on the fly, it is getting changed. This is a basic templating engine. Handlebars is a templating engine. So instead of using a plain text, we can also put some kind of like a HTML or anything. So we can, if you put strong and dear professor, it becomes strong, and this output is the perfect thing that you want to showcase. So something like that. So this is exactly what I have done in this template.hbs. So how did I start with this? Basically, there are like multiple websites that you can build, right? You can use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build all these websites. So I built this website in a normal way, and then whatever that I can change in these things, I just changed it into the different outputs that I wanted to change. So this is something that I changed. And apart from these things, okay, by the way, is everything clear? Am I going too fast? How many of you? So someone please put some messages on the live chat. I'm actually looking at the live chat. And one fun thing is, in case if someone wants to, whoever writes something first in the chat, I'm going to give some nice goodies or game cards or something like that that might help you with your career and whatever it is. So also, whoever puts the first chat message will get some Amazon AWS credits. That's for you. Okay, cool. So here is a basic HTML page. So this is how I initially created the HTML page. And we know that this title is going to change. We know that all these meta properties are going to change. Favicons are the ones which are displayed on the top of your, for example, in this case, on the top, retracing is there, right? On the title, you have the small icon. That icon is this one. So there are like so many things that can be automated or that can be made into variables. So that's exactly what I did here. So anything that can be changed, I have put it inside the variables like this back professor, etc. So you could see a similar approach I have taken here as well. And then finally, I've created the whole complete website using handlebars. I have converted the whole HTML into handlebars. And with that handlebars I also created an accompanying JSON. Our Douglas Crockford created this language or logic, whatever you say. So here is how everything is there. So this is a text content, right? This is a text content which can be easily interpreted by any of the LLMs or AI tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to put this as JSON and then paste it here. I don't want you to do any auto detection. Okay, cool. Now here's the JSON. Okay, let's do one thing. What I want to do here is I have my CV with me, which I will share with you. Using the following JSON that I have got, please update the values from the CV. For those that you don't have details, please fill it in the right professional way possible. What else can we say here at this point? Do not change any keys of the JSON. Keep them intact. Change only the values and make sure you change everything that is related to user profile. Okay, so this way it will not change anything on the, let's say, for example, this OG URL or OG image. That's totally fine, but other things it will not be changing. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we will try to create a similar person here. Okay, so if I try to open Canva, this is great for creating something really cool. Okay, and I'm not sure if I have logged in with this. I think yes, I have logged in on this. That's fine. So we can actually, I think I might have a design. So yes, whatever the design that I created a long time ago, it is here. Okay, I'm just going to make a copy of this. Let's delete this one. All right, so I really wanted one of your, if there is someone who is watching this, if you can put your LinkedIn profile or something, we can make use of that and try to create this. Or if not, I can take a random public profile of someone and then we can do that. Understanding GDPR and other stuff, we are going to do only those people who have explicitly put their resume and who are from India, because India GDPR, there is no problem, hopefully. So let's see. All right, so or let's do one thing. Let's use my own stuff. So I'm just going to go to events.praveen.science and copy this particular image, paste it over here. Great. So I'll just make this like this in the center and make this into a black and white image. So adjust. I think there is something called saturation that's making it black and white. Okay, so let's do that way, 75. And then I'm gonna reduce this transparency to a bit 70 or something like that. Yeah, that's it. This is what we want. So this is for me. So it's me, right? So I'm just gonna do one more thing. Let me get my CV as well. So if I go to my CVs and let's take the latest CV of mine. Okay, so we are back here. So here is my CV. I know I shouldn't be putting all these things on the top, but still it's okay. So here's my CV. Let me just get rid of my phone number. It's okay. It's fine. It's all out in the on the top. So we can do that. So social presence, I think we just need to fill these things up. So this is my personal website. Let's add this, schedule a workshop. It's events.praveen.science. YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/praveenscience. Personal and technical blog. Again, we can just copy this guy, put here as blog.praveen.science. Stack Overflow profile. This is easy. So if I just go to Google and type in Stack Overflow. So another reason why you should have a portfolio is if I just go to Google and type in Stack Overflow Praveen, the first person that comes here is obviously me. So this is a cool thing, right? You can always tell your recruiters, the people who are actually work hiring for you, you can say that, see, this is my activity. I have got like 167K reputation, and these are my answers, and here are my tags. So basically, this is what I'm good at. Do you want to hire me? I'm pretty sure a lot of people will say yes. You want to be hired or something like that. Okay, Stack Exchange Network. I don't think I don't need all these things. GitHub profile, Praveen Science. LinkedIn profile /in/Praveen Tech. And Facebook and Twitter profile, Praveen Science. So we can put like at Praveen Science, Hack Hans Vandam, Topmate also we don't want. So I've got like most of the things covered here. So what we will do is, why is this coming this way? I don't have any clue. All right. So I think all these bullet points have become this way. Okay, super. We have got all these things updated, done. I could see a bit of a mistake here. After PHP, there's a space. I don't understand why. Anyway, so we have got all these things added here as a small chunk of text. It's only us humans, we need all these beautiful things, but machines will understand everything in any way possible. So now if I go back to Talk AI, where did we see that? I just need to find the other Talk AI. I think it's we used DeepSeek 18 minutes ago. Yep. So we can literally take this out here and put it here. Okay, cool. Let's get this one here. So in this one, if I try typing the whole stuff here and then press enter, well, it literally gave mine. So here you go. I think I'm not sure about the OG image though, but yeah, it is doing a good work. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna, oh, nice. Okay, that's fine. Let me download this one, current page, and in a normal way. So I'm just gonna put it as like PG, something like that. Okay, this might take some time. Yep, got it. Ooh, it is so small. Okay, I know why. Because this whole thing is small. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, like this, and try to take a screenshot of this, and then let's go back to this one. Okay, I know why I'm not downloading these things now. So let's open preview again, and we've got this one here. Cool. So let's keep it this here. We'll use it later. And then we have got all these things. The whole complete JSON is created. Now I'm just going to copy this. I wish to show you this whole live thing with another person. So you could see that it is Ritesh Singh. I'm an aspiring product manager, etc. Resumes here, etc. All these things. And then about has got his image again. All these things are there. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is go back to the JSON file, paste it. Now I'm really sure there will be a lot of problems. So make sure you have to fix everything before it. So look at these things. That's it. I think that's the only problem that we had. Super. So I think the terminal is also clear. Now, one more thing is the files, the images. So if I go to the images, we have, let's reveal this in Finder, and we will be able to see that there is a home image here, not this one, home image here with this guy, Ritesh picture. So if I try to change it here, we have this picture, right? We want this picture to be added. So I'm just going to copy this one. Let's make this whole screen, paste it here, and here you go. That's me. Okay, done. So we have done this one. Let's close this. And again, there is another issue here in the template.json. This particular image, whose image is this one? So if I open this one, pretty sure it's Ritesh image. So I'm going to go back to my events page and then open the source, I think I've got my image here. So I'm going to use everywhere, wherever this image has been used, I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Now let me save this. So once we have done this one, this is the moment of truth. Even as a developer, I'm like a bit scared about like what is going to happen. Is everyone ready to see what's going to happen? Okay. Boom. There you go. It says Praveen Kumar. I'm an MVP. I'm a Guinness World Record holder. That's nice. Awesome. Associate director. Okay, that's my current thing. Then what about the about screen? Boom, that's me. And it says senior front-end architect and technical leader. It says literally a lot of cool things. And it also tells what are all these major banking institutes, financial institutes. It correctly tells my email address. Like literally I did everything in front of you all. Like I did not do anything that was already saved or anything. How I made a difference: UI architecture, technical leadership, full stack development. Okay, that's me putting a me. Okay, and then all these things look completely genuine, true, whatever it is. Resume, if we go here, MSc Cloud Computing, yes, that's me. BE Computer Science, yes. Professional certification, yes. Experience, I think it did a great job here as well. This is perfectly fine. June 22 to present. Now 2021. Now 2021. May 2020. April 2020. Now 2019. 2019. April. Great. I don't know why it forgot it's the first one, but it's totally fine. And it says React JS and ecosystem, TypeScript, front-end architecture, UI UX design, Node.js and backend. Ooh, this looks cool. Okay, what about my portfolio? So if I go to the portfolio, it says Fitch Group UI core architecture, JP Morgan derivative trading UI, Lloyd's Banking Group journeys, community contributions and workshops. This is great. Definitely JPMC and Lloyd's will kick my back, and also Fitch. Okay, cool. And it also says about the enterprise architecture and open source as well, which is great. So it gives me 4 different things. And then when it comes to the blog, I'm really looking at what it's going to do. Okay, micro front ends and enterprise finance, great. TypeScript best practices, amazing. And technical leadership insights, cool. That's really good. And going to the contact page, okay, so let's see what all things it has correctly picked up. My name is correct. Is this correct? This is correct. Oh no, go away. How do I quit this? All right. We have email is correct. Mobile number is correct. Website is correct. LinkedIn, perfect. That's me. GitHub, that's me again. Blog, it won't work, but still it is mine. So I think it has done a pretty good job here. So, and here, it's my LinkedIn. Here's my GitHub. Here's my website. Here's my LinkedIn. And here's my YouTube channel. Does it work? Amazing, it works. So pretty much you tell me how long did it take for me to create this. Obviously, there are a couple of things that I have to have, and all these details for the code and other things, like this whole thing can be made available as a GitHub repository. So it is there in my GitHub ID. It's in github.com/Praveen Science. But before that, before we go, I really wanted to show how quickly we can even upload this. So what we are going to do is I'm going to take this particular file here. Where is the reveal in Finder guy? Open timeline, reveal in Finder. Okay, cool. So I've got all these files here, right? So what I'm going to do is I don't need the node modules. Obviously, it is, even though it is very small, we don't need that. We will delete these things. These things are enough. So I'm just going to compress it into a single file. So let's say Praveen new something, whatever it is. How many of you have heard of Cloudflare? And I have my own domain name. So that's one more thing. How many of you like Jigglypuff from Pokemon? I really love her. That's the reason I created a server named Jigglypuff Development Server. And this is registered for me for all my life, at least for next 20 years or something like that. So what we are going to do is we'll go to Cloudflare pages. So cloudflare.com is the main thing where you will be able to protect DDoS attack and other things. This is one of the greatest tools that enterprises use. So I log into this and let's create a new pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop files for now, just thinking about the time. We just have only 1 minute. So I'm going to put Praveen portfolio, web portfolio, R.M.D, something like this. And then I'm just going to create a new project here. So once I create this, it's going to say the project has been created, bro. Please upload your files. Now, what do we have here? We already have a zip file. So I'm just going to put this, and then it automatically understands that these are the files that are needed, and boom, deploy the site. So let's see where exactly it is going to deploy. It's going to be fun here because it is deployed to the region Earth. Cool, right? So I'm just going to continue to the project, and I'll go to the custom domains here, and I'm going to set up a custom domain. Let's say Praveen RMDEC dot my own website here. So jig.win. So jigg.win. And then I'm just going to click on continue. Now it says activate the domain. So let's wait for a few minutes and pray for things to happen really good. And then here I can also complete the DNS setup. Then I don't only want Praveen rmdec.jig.win, but also www.thing as well. So continue, activate the domain, and it verifies, initializes. We just need some more time for it to work and do its work. So in the meantime, I'm ready to answer any questions if anyone who is on the live who is looking for questions or something like that. I couldn't see even a single question here. How many of you are watching?
Mr. Praveen?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I got a question from audience.
Yes.
What is the major difference between JSON and REST API?
So REST API is a way of communicating, like so REST API is the entire thing. It is the API, it is the mission, or it is the engine that actually has got all the ways to talk to two things. For example, if Sasikumar sir, you know Tamil, I know Telugu, that's all, right? So your knowledge and whatever, if I tell you something, you give me the response, right? That knowledge and that communication path is the REST API. நீங்க பேசுறீங்க பாத்தீங்களா, எனக்கு நீங்க பேசுறது இங்கிலீஷ் புரியும். Whatever you speak in English, I understand. And if I ask any questions, you will reply to me in English as well. So that language between you as a different entity, you are completely different person, I'm completely different person, but we want to communicate with each other. That communication path will be a JSON. The language is JSON. Idhula you as Sasikumar professor, you will be a backend system or even a GitHub. For example, github.com is owned by Microsoft. It is a big, it's something totally different. Idukku enakku sambandhame illa. Now I have another website. Let's say quick we will just put H1 hi RMD students. So this is mine, this is ours. Okay, so idukku adukku sambandham illa. But does this contain anything related to, let's say, Praveen or whatever it is? No. So I'm just having a small input here, or input text vechirren, and then on key down. Okay. Seri vibe coding panalama quick. Create a simple HTML file that has one single input type text. On pressing enter, the contents should send. Contents is a GitHub username. Sender fetch request to GitHub and get the user info. இதெல்லாம் நானே கையில எழுதிருக்கணும். I'm so sorry. Okay, get the user info and then display name. If not, display login from the response. Okay, wow. In the madri one ponnona, what it does is it immediately creates a dead simple thing. So here it is in the script. So idhula vandu ipa pathina, I'm just going to copy this whole thing. சரி நம்ம ஃபுல்லாவே எடுத்துக்கலாமே. So this doesn't have anything at all. It's a very simple thing. Search GitHub user னு இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதுக்கு பதிலா நம்ம வந்து சும்மா இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இதுல பிரவீன் எதுவுமே கிடையாது. There is nothing related to Praveen or anything. And I'm just going to put hello R.M.D. Okay. Now if I type in Praveen Science and press enter, boom, என்னோட பேர் வந்திருக்கு. And if we say MDO, Mark ஓட பேர் வந்திருக்கு. So this is how you should this particular computer or system or anything does not have any of my information, but it needs another person, that is the GitHub or anything, avangaloda information kaga. So we will be sending this fetch API. Ipo in the fetch API enna nadakudunu kaamikren. So if I put my Praveen Science as the thing, it goes to api.github.com/users. But open panni paathona, this is not there in my website, whereas it is there in api.github.com, which is publicly available, publicly accessible. Idhula ella details varum. This data format is called JSON. It is a hierarchical format. Edukagana you have a lot of things. For example, Praveen Science repos povo. So if I go to the repos and press enter, so I could see that what are all the licenses that I have in a subtopic. Adukapra vandu I can also find an array of data. Like for example, this whole thing itself is an array. So idla ennalla repos irukku. So this whole thing itself is an array. So this is the JSON format. It is a format for two different entities. It could be any kind of like application. It could be JavaScript, it could be Ruby on Rails, it could be PHP, it could be .NET, it could be anything. JSON is like a worldwide language. So that's JSON. And you could get the whole thing about JSON and JSONlang.com, I believe. Nope. Edo or website irukku idukku. Oh, JSON.org. Yeah. So idhula pathina, this is the simplest format of how JSON is. This is the JSON as the language. I hope it is clear.
Okay. Praveen, the last question from audience.
Yes.
How does React use JSON to render UI components?
React it doesn't use JSON only or something like that. The main thing what React does is React has got a lot of cool things. Like React does the rendering using a virtualized DOM or virtualized environment. JSON eppa use aguna when the data is given to React. JSON is the preferred format. And you can send the hierarchical data, you can send a lot, whatever the data type you want to send. So that's the way it takes in the JSON data and then it renders the different components and stuff like that. So JSON ko React ko sambandhamna, it is one of the data type, input data type madri solikalam. So now these two things are active. This is nice. So ipo praveen-rmdec.jigg.win open mani paapoma. There you go. We have developed, deployed a complete website which is accessible for everyone, and it is available everywhere. So as simple as that. Here's a QR code of my website in case if you wanna connect with me. I'm open to even more questions. So here we go. Sir, all done. Ask people to connect with me as well. So that way, so that's me. We have also deployed this website. We have created the whole portfolio within 30. I mean, like if you know what you are doing, if you just have the contents that you need, just 30 seconds is what you need. 30 seconds, your portfolio, your CV, resume or something like that, details about you, and then a particular template or something like that. As simple as that. In the moon irundale podum, you can get this one. And here's my contact information. And Professor, over to you. Stop pannidalama sharing. I'm here.
Thank you, Praveen.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen Kumar Purushothaman, for such an enlightening and engaging session. It's time to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our management for their constant encouragement and support in organizing events that enrich our academic environment. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. N. Anbuchurian, and our Dean, Dr. K.K. Tyagarajan, for their guidance, encouragement, and providing us with the opportunity to organize this event. Your support is always a source of inspiration. And on behalf of our R.M.D. Engineering College, I sincerely thank our distinguished speaker, Mr. Praveen Kumar Purushothaman, Director of Engineering, London, UK, for taking time out of his busy schedule to be with us and for delivering such an inspiring, thought-provoking talk. A special note of thanks to our head of department, Dr. P. Erumalai, who has been pillar of our support, guiding us not only academically, but also in organizing such meaningful events. Your tireless efforts and dedications are truly commendable, sir. I will also like to thank all the heads of the department, faculty members, and students for their enthusiastic participations and interest in today's program. As we come to the end of this insightful session, I extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who joined us online. Your participation truly made this event a success. We hope you found today's session on Harness It Portfolio websites as inspiring and informative as we did. We look forward to welcoming you again in upcoming editions of Generic Talks, where we continue to bring you an engaging topic and distinguished speakers. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, take care. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sasikumar sir and Sherin ma'am, would you like to say anything about the feedback of anything that you want to tell or anything from your end? உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது personal questions or requests?
Well, okay, actually, we got some idea about website tools and the AI tools also, like what is JSON, what is React, then how do we use that JSON for creating website. So we got most valuable information. Definitely, it will be useful for our students also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Praveen.
Thank you, ma'am.